I'm Adam.
And I'm Tango.
And this is Where There's a Williams, There's a Way. Hey Tango, what do you think about otters?
Otters, huh? They're quite slippery characters, aren't they?
Absolutely. Did you know that otters have pockets in their skin where they store rocks? They use the rocks to crack open their favorite snacks like clams and mussels.
Otters with built-in pockets? That's nature's version of cargo pants. It's fascinating how they use tools to get to their meals. I wonder if they ever tried using horseshoes instead of rocks.
That would be highly unlikely and a bit weird. Carrying around a piece of steel would make it pretty hard to swim.
You never know.
In today's book, a family of otters moves in next door, and their neighbor wonders how they should be treated. Let's get started. Do Unto Otters, a book about manners, by Laurie Keller. She could have drawn less heavy boxes. Doody-doo, 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 doody-doo. Hello, Mr. Rabbit. We're your new neighbors, the otters. Otters? Otters? My new neighbors are otters? I don't know anything about otters. What if we don't get along? Pesky otters. Lousy rabbit.
Mr. Rabbit, I know an old saying. Do unto otters as you would have otters do unto you.
What does that mean?
It simply means treat otters the same way you'd like otters to treat you.
Treat otters the same way I'd like otters to treat me? How would I like otters to treat me? How would I like otters to treat me? Well, I'd like otters to be friendly. A cheerful hello.
Howdy, neighbor.
A nice smile. And good eye contact. Blah, blah, blah. Are all part of being friendly. Friendliness is very important to me, especially after my last neighbor, Mrs. Grrr.
Voted meanest neighbor 6 years in a row.
I'd like otters to be polite. They should know when to say please.
Please look. Yoo-hoo, Mr. Rabbit, would you please return my ball there? Pretty please, with carrots on top?
Would you like me to stop stinging you?
Yes, please. Hee. Carrots. I can say please in 5 languages. Por favor, Spanish. S'il vous plaît, French. Bitte, German. Kudasai, Japanese. Isaplay, Pig Latin.
Impressive.
I'll say the magic word, and I'll turn these clams into $1 million. Magic word rhymes with this.
They should know when to say thank you.
Thanks for looking.
Hey Tango, do you know what the golden rule is?
Absolutely I do. Treat others as you would like to be treated. It's a fundamental principle that we teach our young ones.
The golden rule is like a guiding star of kindness and empathy. We want to teach children to treat others with respect, just as they'd want to be treated themselves. It's like a compass that helps them navigate their way through friendship and interactions.
Precisely, Adam. Each of us has something special to offer, whether it's collecting shoes or simply being a good friend. By embracing our differences and treating others with kindness, we create a harmonious and joyful environment.
Couldn't have said it better. By following the golden rule, we foster a sense of community and understanding. And hey, if everyone practiced the golden rule, the world would be one big friendly pasture.
Dear Mr. Rabbit, thank you very much for returning my ball. You must have returned a lot of balls before because you made it look so easy. Balls sure are bouncy and rolly, but I'll try to keep it under control next time. Sincerely...
Would you like me to sting you now?
No, thank you. Then please, take my bee's nest card and call me when you're ready. I can say thank you in 5 languages. Gracias, Spanish. Merci, French. Dankeschön, German. Arigato, Japanese. Ankthe uye, Pig Latin. Super. Did you say please or cheese? And they should know when to say excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Oh, Mrs. Otter.
Excuse me, Mr. B. I need to run and check something. I can say excuse me in 5 languages. Dispense-me, Spanish. Pardonnez-moi, French. Anstogen shi, German. Sumasan, Japanese. Excuse-away ime, Pig Latin. Well, PU is the same in any language. It worked in rehearsal. Excuse me for interrupting your reading, but I heard you say please, not cheese. Otters should be honest.
That means they should keep their promises.
My word is as good as gold, fish.
Not lie.
I never lie. It makes my whiskers itch.
Not cheat.
Cheating makes my whiskers itch too. I wonder if I should see a doctor.
I'd like otters to be considerate. You know, being a good listener, asking before borrowing something, not littering, being patient, caring for all creatures, opening the door for someone, being on time, respecting the elderly, helping a neighbor untangle ears. It's always good to have a considerate neighbor.
Do you ever have students that struggle with the golden rule? I had an activity where the kids had to work together to solve a puzzle. There was one student, let's just call him Jake, who had a bit of trouble following the golden rule that day. Oh, Jake. Pray tell, what did he do? Well, Tango, when the other students were struggling with their puzzle pieces, Jake decided to hog all the pieces for himself. He thought he could solve it on his own and didn't bother to help his classmates who were clearly struggling. What happened next, Adam? Well, Tango, it turned into quite a chaotic scene. The other kids started getting frustrated with Jake and began demanding their fair share of puzzle pieces. They all gathered around him trying to persuade him to share, but Jake was determined to solve it alone. It was kind of a hilarious sight, like a mini tornado of kids all around Jake. Did he eventually realize the importance of the golden rule and change his ways? I intervened and had a little chat with Jake, explaining how the golden rule helps us build strong relationships and work together as a team. It was a valuable lesson for him and the whole class. Eventually, Jake apologized to his classmates and decided to share the puzzle pieces. They all worked together and managed to solve it successfully.
It wouldn't hurt otters to be kind. Everyone appreciates a kind act, no matter how bad it smells. Oh, what's the word? Cooperate. Otters should learn to cooperate.
Did someone say operate?
Cooperate. To work well together.
We know how to co-operate.
I see otters like to play. I hope they know how to play fair.
Come on, you two.
Otters rule for fair play. Be a good sport. Play by the rules. Take turns. Include everyone. Even bees. I'd like it if we could share things. Our favorite books.
Harry Otter, Goldilocks and the Three Hares.
Our favorite activities. Go fish. Okay. Our favorite treats. Maybe not the treats. I hope otters won't tease me about my doody-doo song, my extra large swim fins, my bad hair days. I hope otters won't tease anyone about anything.
Teasing is mean. It's the worst. It's worse than having a clam snap shut on your nose.
I think otters should apologize when they do something wrong.
I'm sorry, I used your ear as a tissue.
And I hope they can be forgiving when you do something wrong. I'm sorry I called you a snotter.
Oh, you.
So there. That's how I'd like otters to treat me.
You see, Mr. Rabbit, I told you it was simple.
Right. Just doody-doo unto otters as you would have otters doody-doo unto you.
Hey, Tango, remember that time we tried to make friends with my new neighbor? That was quite an adventure. How can I forget? That was one hilarious attempt. We thought we had it all figured out. We baked some cookies and walked over to their house with a big smile on our face. And let's not forget how excited I was. I pranced up their doorstep like I was auditioning for a dance competition. Little did I know that horses aren't the most common sight in a suburban neighborhood. That's right. The moment they opened their door, their eyes widened with surprise. I'm pretty sure they didn't expect to see a horse and his human friend standing there. And then, instead of being calm and collected, I got a sudden urge to nibble on the neatly trimmed hedges. I mean, who could resist those fresh green leaves, right? Yeah, that didn't help our case. I was apologizing profusely while trying to coax you away from their precious shrubs. I must have looked quite comical to them. I could see the neighbor trying to stifle their laughter. I guess it's not every day that you witness a horse with a voracious appetite for hedges. At least it broke the ice and lightened the mood. Absolutely. It turned an awkward situation into something amusing. We eventually managed to explain our intentions and gave them the cookies. They seemed to appreciate the gesture, even if it was unconventional. That makes me smile. Well, if this video makes you smile, make sure to follow the golden rule and give it a thumbs up and to subscribe to the channel. I'm Adam. And I'm Tango. And this is Where There's a Williams, There's a Way.
Did you know, unlike most other marine mammals, otters lack a blubber layer. Instead, they depend on their dense, water-resistant fur to provide insulation. To keep warm, sea otters spend a large portion of their days grooming and conditioning their fur.